Indonesia is not a tiny country, and that's a tragedy. They succeed in unifying different islands, different cultures. Hello, what a beautiful day today. I wish you well and health always, but be ready just in case third wave corona happens at the end of this year. Good God, I'm still stuck in my opening. I'm making today's video with two reasons. One, I haven't introduced the geography of Indonesia, and two, I found this fantastic website to help me make this video. Well, it's kinda shallow reasons, yes? Yes. The website is called thetruthsize.com. I leave the link in my description below. You can check it. Indonesia is not a tiny country in terms of geography, both land area or sea area. It ranks 14th based on land area, right below Mexico. And I just found out Mexico is bigger also. Let me tell you the size of Indonesia's land area. Approximately around 1.87 to 1.9 something million square kilometers. That is bigger than Western Europe, an area divided by 11 countries with 1.5 million square kilometers wide. Indonesia consists of with 5 central big islands like Sumatra, around 473 square kilometers, and then Borneo, around 743 square kilometers, and Sulawesi, 180 square kilometers, Java, 128,000 square kilometers, and Papua, exclude the Papua New Guinea, is around 312 square kilometers because West Papua is belong to Indonesia as a part of Indonesia, and then Papua New Guinea is its own country, but they are on the same island. And I need to mention Bali. Bali Island, around 5.7 square kilometers. Although it's not categorized as a big island, everyone needs to know that Bali is a part of Indonesia. Unfortunately, so often I hear some foreigners know Bali, but they don't know Indonesia, and that's a tragedy. The area of inland waters and Indonesian archipelagic waters is around 3.1 square kilometers. Ish. That's quite big, yes? No? Okay. With around 270 million population, the size should be enough. But unfortunately, 150 million people live on Java Island. It's like 56% of the Indonesian population concentrate on Java, an island which size is 7% of the total land area of Indonesia. Let's use the website I mentioned before to know Indonesia's comparisons to other countries. To be honest, I cannot imagine how hard Indonesia's founding fathers convinced those islands into Indonesia's unity. Well, yes, around the 13th century, Indonesia's ancient kingdom Majapahit has a similar vision to unify these 5 islands. Now I have some illustration of how large Majapahit's influence was. Maybe this history of Majapahit became the spirit of Indonesian founding father in the realization of Republic Indonesia. And of course, based on the similarity of these 5 areas or islands in Indonesia as a victim of European colonization. Defending Indonesia needs an extra effort. It's challenging enough and explain why the Indonesian army always stays alert to the upcoming threats, and so do the people. One example is illegal fishing. Before the current president was in reign, many anglers or fishermen from other countries entered and did illegal fishing. When Jokowi officially ruled, one of his programs is to guard the sea. Therefore, Indonesian people are familiar with the term tenggelamkan or drown their ship. Indonesian Navy, Maritime Police, and Ministry of Marine Affairs and Fisheries joined hands to catch illegal fishers and bombed their ships. Here she is, the hero of the Indonesian Sea. Indonesian Minister of Marine Affairs and Fisheries from 2014 until 2019, Mrs. Susi Pujiastuti. One of the challenging things in Indonesia is accessibility. For example, healthcare services to reach hinterlands. I've made a video about healthcare system in Indonesia. Please watch. Or once there were different prices in gasoline, which today it has been solved. Same prices in Pertamina outlets all around Indonesia. I think the Indonesian government is still optimistic about facing this challenge. The optimistic behavior is a legacy from the Indonesian founding father. They succeed in unifying different islands, different cultures, different religions, and people into one Indonesia. So, it's a fantastic thing. 5.5 hours flight from Jakarta to Papua, and we find people still understand Indonesian bahasa and still use the same currency. That's quite amazing. Now, let's end this video with a reminder, or more likely, disclaimer. I'm not being patriotic by presenting this video. This is hope, a chance to collaborate for mutual benefit instead of war, unhealthy competition, and stupid acts of imposing ideology. To know about Indonesia is also a chance to taking part in a wider or wonder industries and possibilities, good and beneficial relations. So I think that's it. I hope you enjoy your day. Feel free to find other videos about Indonesia or searching what is exciting about Indonesia. See you in my other videos. Peace from Indonesia. I'm out.